Each of you have helped shape John and Jeannie into the people that they are today. And because of that, they are both overjoyed to have you be a part of this day.
Allow them to see Christ, allow them to see the resurrection. The first time I met John, it was an indirect meeting. I was listening to his story right before he was baptized, thinking, oh, this guy seems pretty cool. As our circle of friends began to grow at LCC, John was one that started hanging out with us, and not many people knew me, including myself. Or not many people knew him. Some people knew me. I don't know. John did. The more that John and I talked, the more I began to like our head and my male pattern baldness. And that ultimately lets me know how close we are. And we must be really close because she likes to lay it on thick. Some of my most favorite moments of this past year have been experienced with Jeannie. We had a cell group Christmas party, and at that party we decided it would be a lot of fun to play a dancing game on the Xbox Connect. Now, before we proceed with this story, I must make it known that as a poor white man from the streets, I tried to help Jeannie become more fluent in her Ebonics and help her with her street smarts. Needless to say, when it comes to dancing, I was not worried about Jeannie and her hip-hop competitive skills. The night came down to a dance-off, and it was Jeannie versus I. Somehow, live with him, cherish him, according to the ordinance of God and the holy bond of marriage. If so, please say amen. John, will you have Jeannie to be your wife? Will you promise your love to her, will you promise your life to her, in all love and honor, in all duty and service, in all faith and tenderness, to live with her and cherish her, according to the ordinance of God and the holy bond of marriage? If so, please say I do. By the power vested in me by the state of Ohio, I now pronounce you husband and wife. John, may kiss your bride. Get up on your feet, because it's my pleasure to introduce you for the first time, Mr. and Mrs. John Byerly.
I didn't even hear what you said. What a beautiful wedding. All right, first up, mother of the groom, Susan Kraft, escorted by brother of the groom, Jason Byerly. All right, next up, parents of the bride, Mr. and Mrs. Phil Spencer. Next up, maid of honor, Karen Manchester and best man, Jacob Smith. For the first public appearance as husband and wife, bride and groom, Mr. and Mrs. John Byerly.
Into your eyes, it's like watching the night sky, all beautiful sunrise. Well, there's so much they hold, and just like them old stars, I See that you've come so far to be right where you are. How old is your soul? Well, I won't give up on us, even if the stars get rough. I'm giving you all my love. I'm still looking up, and when you're needing your space to do some navigating, I'll be here patiently waiting to see what you find.
Say, a fun question, or basic question came to mind, who am I speaking to? And here's where I landed. The first person I want to speak to is God. And I want to say that I am thankful for the relationship that Mary and Mike and I have with John and Jeannie. An open line of communication, a lot of enjoyment, and a lot of affection. And I'm really grateful for that. I think maybe the second thing I would say is I am thankful that as they get married tonight, I am fully pleased that they're getting married. I'm not a very good pretender, so I'm sure glad that I'm not sitting here tonight pretending to be joyful when in fact I would be anxious or disappointed.
Higher end field. And, there's a small network of us. We all share work and collaborate. And it didn't take long working with John to realize that I wanted to continue to work with him. His work ethic is unmatched, unparalleled. His desire to be perfect in everything he does in work is unmatched as well. And it doesn't, in your work environment, you eventually get to a point to where you're breaking with people and having lunches together. And during those times, you are in a male-centered environment, you're usually talking about sports. So it's usually about the Buckeyes. But then football ends, and it tends to go to politics. And politics always drives your worldview, and your worldview is driven by your faith. Sorry, hold on. And I try to be a light, not a Bible thumper. And in conversations, most people shut me down and say they don't want to hear it, they don't want to know anything about it. But John was different. It's been a while, but John was always inquisitive, and he'd always ask questions. And we get to a point to where we would drop our tool belts and spend hours on time.
I was trying to think of some awkward or embarrassing stories to tell you about Jeannie, and trust me, there are many to pull from. I realized that most of them would be incriminating me as well, or maybe not as funny to you guys. But I thought of a few to share, and with them, I've decided on a few words to describe Jeannie. So Jeannie, you're very funny, at least I think so, and you have a great sense of humor. You love to laugh, and little is off limits, even yourself. You are very adventurous. We have taken many trips and adventures together. One time being in high school, we went to Hocking Hills for the day. After being on the trail for only 5 minutes, we decided to off-road it and leave the trail. It wasn't until we were in some relatively dangerous situations that we realized neither of us had told our parents where we were for the day.
Doesn't seem that long, yet here you are, it's your wedding day, and there's one thing, darling, I'd like to say, be kind, be sweet, be a gentleman, care and share, and always be fair, and remember.
Then 1 year please exit the dance floor at this time. If you have been married less than 5 years, 5 years, please exit the dance floor at this time. Ooh. We got the over 5 yearsers. If you have been married less than 7 years. Oh, almost made it. Right, if you have been married less than 10 years, please exit the dance floor at this time. Thank you. Wow. All right. If you have been married less than 20 years, 20 years. Yeah, there they are. You have been married less than 25 years. 25 years. All right, we got 2 left. Who's gonna win? Who's gonna win? Hey, you guys should just all dance together. There you go. All right, if you've been married less than 30 years. 30 years. All right, let's put our hands together. No, we're gonna stay. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. If you have been married less than 32 years, please remain on the dance floor. 33 years. 35 years. There we go. There we go.
Darling,